Hi, I'm Scott Lumley here again. Want to talk about bankruptcy, a subject that I'm extremely familiar with. I'd like to first start to say that some of my dear friends are bankruptcy attorneys because I spent many years with them going through bankruptcy myself and ultimately learning quite a bit from them. Let me first start by saying this. Are you a candidate for bankruptcy? Here's what I've often found. Um, Most people do not realize that they actually can pull themselves. They actually can pull themselves out of their financial crisis by just simply communicating with the people that are their debtors. Most of these debtors are not interested in you filing bankruptcy. Most of them are trying to. They'll even do workout programs with you. So to just automatically jump in and assume that, because you have debt on top of you that it's time to file bankruptcy, you need to strongly take a real good look at it and make sure that there's not a way that you can sit down with someone like me, business-wise, by the way. There's two different types of debt counselors. And first of all, I'm not a counselor, but two different types of people. One is business that can help you with their business. The other is personal. There are a lot of companies out there, and I have none that I would recommend. There's a lot of companies out there that can help you reconsolidate your personal debt and possibly avoid bankruptcy. I've just recently told a very good friend of mine who has had 18,000 bankruptcy cases in his lifetime. 36,000 bankruptcy cases in his lifetime. I just told him the other day, I don't understand why people file bankruptcy anymore. It just, it just comes down to, most of the time, these situations can be worked out. They can be worked out through workout programs. They can be worked out through forbearances on mortgages. There can be reaffirmations of debts. There can be reductions of debts. And a lot of times just having somebody to help you through these types of actions is really all you need. And bankruptcy might not fit you. And then there's other situations where the debt is just so heavy there's no way to overcome that. In that case, bankruptcy could be an option for you. But I am absolutely a firm believer that most problems can be solved between the two people that create them. If it's somebody that's loaned you money and you're the debtor, those problems can be created. There's solutions that can be fixed amongst yourselves. So before you file bankruptcy, make sure you seek some advice by somebody besides a bankruptcy attorney. Remember, a bankruptcy attorney, his job is to get your $2,000 to $10,000 or $25,000. I've seen bankruptcy costs up to $25,000, $30,000. His job is to place you in bankruptcy, and that's how he earns his income. That's how the legal attorneys that are bankruptcy earn their income. And there, in many cases, there's not enough money you could pay them to help you through situations. But I've found more often than not that it's probably, I would say the percentage is much greater that do not have to file bankruptcy, but just because they don't understand the system and how to work with a creditor, they end up ultimately filing bankruptcy. So I would highly suggest you come to scottlumley.com, and if you have a business debt, I would love to communicate with you and talk to you about maybe a viable solution to try to solve your issue without filing bankruptcy. And if I feel that the bankruptcy is your only option, then that would be something that I can highly recommend some very good bankruptcy attorneys that would sure walk you through the process and make it as painless as possible. But again, always remember that you can work these problems out if you take the time to do so. Again, this is my thoughts on bankruptcy, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to come to scottlumley.com. Any type of questions, whether it be personal or corporate. Now, as far as personal, as long as it's not legal advice, I'm happy to help you in any way I can and give you my personal experience of what has happened to me. And if I can't answer your questions, then I can forward you to legal counsel that can answer your questions. Again, these are my thoughts on bankruptcy. Have a great day.